I speak to you now with fire in my veins, and the roar of my ancestors thundering in my ears. You have marked me a threat, Judge Thomas, you and your elite circle, an insult that strikes not just me, but every son and daughter of Africa reaching for dignity. You call me dangerous, yet my voice alone makes you tremble, the rhythm of resistance rising from the soil of Burkina Faso. The name Ibrahim Traoré echoes beyond Ouagadougou and Bobo Dioulasso. It lives in the hearts of Africans, in the minds of African Americans who have carried our spirit through centuries of struggle. You seek to silence me with sanctions, but instead, you have lit the flame of unshakable unity across this continent and beyond. Africa stands as one, and you will never extinguish our light. Let me be clear, we stand unbroken. Let the world watch. Let Judge Thomas, let Washington, let the ruling elite and their shadowed halls of power shake. Burkina Faso rises. Africa stands. And from West Africa to the Atlantic shores, from the Sahara's dunes to the Congo's jungles, our children see in this moment a leader unafraid to bear the weight of truth. A leader who gathers his people under the banner of sovereignty, dignity, and defiance. You label me a threat? So be it. I claim that title with every fiber of my being. I embrace it because I am a threat, a living, breathing, relentless force. But not in the way your headlines and courtrooms want the world to believe. I am no threat to peace, to stability, or to justice. I am no enemy of unity or human dignity. No, my danger is far older, far darker, and far more unsettling to those in power. I am a threat to injustice, to the systems that have looted and bled Africa for generations. I am a threat to empires built on our backs, to the colonial ghosts haunting our currencies, our trade, our schools, and our politics. I am a threat to every hidden hand that puppeteers our economies while smiling with words like aid, development, and partnership. You see, my danger isn't in weapons or loud speeches. It's in the truth I speak without fear. It's in my refusal to kneel where my ancestors were broken. It's in my choice to serve my people, those who raised me, fed me, protected me, not the powers that seek to control us. I am a threat to exploitation, to those who fly in on private jets, sign deals in hotel rooms, and leave with our gold, oil, and uranium while our children starve. I am a threat because I say, no more. Burkina Faso, Africa, will no longer be your warehouse or graveyard. We will no longer mine your smartphone's minerals while our schools sit in darkness. No longer will we fuel your tanks while our clinics crumble. You call me a threat? Then tell me, what is more dangerous than a world where Africa's wealth enriches everyone but Africans? What is more violent than corporations profiting billions while our families starve? If that's the order you defend, then yes, I am your greatest threat. I am a threat to neo-colonial puppeteers, to the invisible strings still pulled by former colonizers, to the institutions that auction our future to the highest bidder. I am a threat to financiers who preach democracy but install dictators, to those who love Africa only when she is silent, submissive, and selling. You speak of freedom but recoil when we claim it in our own tongue. You praise democracy until it elects leaders who don't bow to your banks. You glorify sovereignty until we use it. So let me be crystal clear. You fear a man who puts his people before your profits. And for that, you call me dangerous. Yes, I am dangerous to your status quo, to the boardrooms that see Africa as a spreadsheet, to the diplomats who smile while signing deals that bleed us dry, to the war machine that tests weapons on our soil. I am dangerous because I don't hate the West. I simply love my people more than I fear its wrath. You fear not me, but the idea I carry, that Africa needs no permission to rise, that sovereignty isn't a gift, it's a birthright. You fear that millions in the diaspora will look at me and see not a rebel, but a mirror, proof that courage can crush compromise. You fear that African Americans will hear my voice and recognize the same chains, the same struggle, the same hope. That Harlem's fight is Ouagadougou's fight, that our liberation is bound together. You fear my words because they expose your hypocrisy. You chant democracy, but fund coups. You decry corruption, but protect the corrupt. You mourn injustice, but profit from it. You fear that I speak plainly, and that the world will listen. So yes, I am a threat, but only to those who profit from our silence. To those who believe Africa's role is to supply, not decide. To those who dream of an Africa without Africans in charge, I am a threat because I believe we can rise on our terms, not as beggars, not as tools, but as builders of our destiny. And here's what should terrify you. I am not alone. Thousands, millions, like me are rising. Engineers, poets, mothers, soldiers, farmers, ready to reclaim what's ours. We aren't waiting for your permission. The soil remembers. The drums are beating. The ancestors are watching. Sanction me. Silence me. Try. You'll only make me stronger. This isn't about one man. It's about a people rising, a continent uniting. This is the African century. And whether you accept it or not, we are here. We are rising. We are the storm you ignored. I am not your threat. I am your reckoning. Let us transform this cycle of pain into a circle of power. You never needed permission to be powerful. No validation is required from a system that never loved you, and neither do we seek it. We are done asking. We are done pleading. We are done knocking on doors never meant for us. Now we build our own, and we invite you to walk through them, not as guests, but as family returning home. I say this not with pity, but with pride. I say it because I believe in you, just as I believe in us. I believe in what happens when we finally see the truth. The shackles placed on our ancestors may have been forged in different fires, but they serve the same purpose, to stop us from rising. Yet, we are rising. We rise with every girl who steps into a schoolhouse in a village once abandoned. We rise with every young farmer turning barren soil into harvest. We rise with every soldier who exchanges a foreign rifle for a plow made by local hands. We rise with every grandmother realizing, perhaps for the first time, that her story isn't over, that her people are not doomed to beg forever, dependent forever, shamed forever. I'm not here to inspire you with hollow slogans. I'm not here to paint fantasies of utopia. I'm here to tell you, we are in the fight of our lives. But we fight standing tall, with clarity, with love for our people, and without fear. And to the African American watching this, wondering if Africa is still home, yes, it is. It always has been. The blood spilled in Selma and Soweto is the same. The cries from Ferguson and Fajoro harmonize in one ancestral song. Oceans may separate us, but our destinies are bound like the roots of an ancient baobab. Above ground, we may grow apart, but beneath the surface, we are one. To the young African watching this, maybe the system failed you. Maybe school never taught you your history. Maybe the world expected you to fail. But listen now, Africa expects you. We need your mind, your spirit, your energy, not as saviors, but as partners, as kin. Come study here. Come build here. Come walk the soil your ancestors were stolen from, not to weep, but to rise. We will not wait for others to validate our worth. We are writing our names in history's book now, and I promise you, we won't write in pencil. We will carve them in stone. My strength is real, not ceremonial, not symbolic. It is practical, political, spiritual, forged in our soil, hardened in our unity, sanctified in our purpose. I do not stand alone. I stand on the shoulders of Sankaras, Lumumbas, Bayos. I walk with their fire in my chest, and I ask you to carry it with me. You cannot sanction our spirit, because you did not create it. It existed before your flags, your borders, your currencies. It lives in every drumbeat, every breath of our struggle, every prayer in our mother tongues. That spirit has outlasted empires. It will outlast your threats. It will outshine your lies. Judge Thomas, I bear you no personal ill will, though history will remember you chose to stand with hollow rhetoric and paper judgments. But know this, your words will echo, not in courtrooms or salons, but in minds, in fields, in hearts awakened to Africa's destiny. You call me a threat, thinking it will break the people. But I am no threat to Burkina Faso. I am its protector, its voice, its unshaken heartbeat. If anything, you threaten us with your arrogance, your ignorance. To the ruling elites hiding behind embroidered suits, behind slow sips of condescension at cocktail parties, we see you. You treat us like children, like lesser beings. But the child grows. The river carves new paths. We are that river now, and you cannot dam us. Sanction my name if you must, but you cannot sanction the dawn rising in our youth. And to my African family in the U.S., the beloved diaspora, hear me. Our struggles are one. When you march in Minneapolis, When you chant in Detroit or Harlem, the same fire burns here. When you say Black Lives Matter, it echoes across the Atlantic, into the gold-laced earth of West Africa, into our villages and cities. We are here. We are with you. We stand undefeated. A threat? Yes, but only to oppression. To the lie that Africa is powerless. I bring you hope. I bring you audacity. I bring you glory. This is no mere rhetoric. Burkina Faso rises as a global leader, and here's how. First, we choose real independence, not the kind whispered in diplomatic halls, but economic autonomy, African-led partnerships, regional unity on our terms. When your sanctions fall, they shatter against our shield. Local innovation, women-led farms, youth-driven enterprise. We will not collapse. We will pivot. Watch us. Second, we inspire confidence. Leaders in Mali, Niger, Chad, they look to Burkina Faso now and see a nation unafraid to bear the weight of power, to hold the flame high. We lead not as servants to foreign masters, but as servants to our people. We are proof of a new African century. Third, we embody resilience, and resilience spreads. Our youth are not pawns, they are architects. Schools rise. Farms flourish. Trust between people and government is restored, because this government is the people. Sanction me, and you only freeze your own reflection, a face stiff with privilege. But we remain calm, steadfast. To my African-American brothers and sisters, share this truth. Let your churches, campuses, street corners, and screens blaze with our story. The media may call me a threat, but you know better. I am a promise of what Africa can be. Let that promise be your banner too. To those who fear condemnation will break us, let me tell you what gives me hope. When the U.S. sanctions, Africa unites. ECOWAS steps forward. Leaders across the continent denounce colonial overreach. This is no accident. It proves our bonds are stronger than what divides us. You call me a threat? The response you've sparked isn't fear, it's solidarity. My heart swells with gratitude for the women who cook, the mechanics who repair, the teachers who stay despite low pay because they love our children. You are why we stand strong. When you send love from Brooklyn, Atlanta, Silver Spring, Oakland, you are not distant. You are with us. Your hope crosses oceans, weaving us together. So I make this vow, not just as Ibrahim Traoré, but as Africa's son, as a voice for the misrepresented. Those who oppose us will not stop our rise. No condemnation, no sanction, no grip of outdated systems can halt us. Judge Thomas, the whisperers in presidents' ears, the elites trading nations' futures over crystal-lit dinners, they miscalculated. They mistook our silence for weakness, our humility for submission, our calls for partnership as cries for approval. That was their error. Now they watch, stunned, as their challenge only steals our resolve. We did not retreat. We did not soften our voices. We met their challenge head-on, proudly, fiercely, because this is more than politics. This is a test of courage, of character, of who truly serves the people. And Burkina Faso is passing, not by begging the West, but by turning inward, by building from within, by reviving what colonialism tried to erase. We stand not alone, but as part of a new Africa, one defined not by colonizers' borders, but by shared struggle and destiny. The world watches now, skeptical, afraid, intrigued. But what they'll see is not chaos, not tyranny. They'll see dignity reborn. A people reclaiming not just land and resources, but the right to define themselves. A story written not by foreign media or Western textbooks, but by children who now believe leaders can look like them. This promise I make is not arrogance. It is truth, clarity, faith. The world may doubt. The elites may mock. The system may try to crush us. But we rise anyway. And nothing, not Judge Thomas, not sanctions, not lies, can stop what has already begun. Africa is awake, and we will never sleep again. To my supporters, those who stand unshaken, your love fuels me. I speak your names in every meeting, every law, every act of governance. We face the storm together, and I fear nothing, because I see your resolve. So call me a threat if you must. I wear it proudly, for I am a threat to oppression, to injustice, to the myth of African weakness. I speak with Africa's fire in my veins, for a Burkina Faso that will rise, an Africa that will stand. We are unified, unbowed, unapologetic, unstoppable. From villages to cities, from footpaths to bustling streets, from drumbeats under straw roofs to ambition in classrooms, we are one. And across the Atlantic, I see you too. Our family in Harlem, Chicago, Atlanta, Oakland, wherever Africa's pulse still beats in your steps, where ancestral strength lives in your voices, where children carry names and dreams no chains could erase. We are one, not divided by oceans, but bound by blood, memory, purpose, no longer separate stories. We are one voice in 1,000 dialects, one rhythm in 1,000 tempos. As we rise in Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, know your fight is ours. Your resistance is ours. Your breath is in our lungs. Your power fuels our march. When you raise your fists, we raise ours too. We stand together, fight together, win together, not just to the end of a speech, but to the end of oppression, of silence, of cages built with laws and lies. And when the cameras stop, the lights fade, know this, our story isn't over.